All right, there you go. Hey Jay, Greg said he did the static route lab and he did the RIP lab, but he wanted to go over the router interpretation lab. He said he wanted to go through that one. So.
All right, that's cool. I just pulled it up.
All right, cool. So in this lab, it says basically you need to recreate the network from the output of the show IP route commands from the three routers. You got three routers. You got the HQ router, the branch 1 router, and the branch 2 router. Now in this network, they're actually running RIP, and you're going to look at the outputs of the show IP route and see how we going to configure these networks to determine what their interconnections are.
So do we? Am I just to draw this? I can draw this instead of doing it in packet trace.
Well, since you already got the packet tracer up, let's do that. Now, all these also have serial interfaces. So let's add the WIC2T interfaces to each one.
All right. All right.
All right. Now, okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the lab and let's look at the show IP route on HQ. Task number 1. All right. So if you're looking at the routing table here, you notice HQ's got 2 different types of routes, right? If you look at the table, right, you got routes with a C next to it and routes with an R next to it. Now, what do the C routes mean?
Connect.
All right. So the connector routes are routes that are actually on the router, and the R routes are what kind of routes?
RIP.
RIP. So those are routes that we learned from our neighbor's routing protocol. So the connector routes are ones you're going to actually have to configure.
Oh, that's the key to that.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and on HQ, if you can see that first connector route, you see the first connector route on there? That 10.10.10.252.
Right.
You see that's okay. You see that one's connected to 0.0.0.0, right?
See, that's what I was wondering. Like when it says that, is that serial 000 on the headquarters router?
Exactly. That's what interface it's connected to on the headquarters router. So what you got to do is go on CLI and go ahead and configure that interface. Now, what it's not telling you is the IP address. It's just telling you the network address. So what you're going to have to do is figure out.
Man, what was that?
Sound like an airplane. You're going to have to figure out the network address. I mean, the IP address, right? Now, what type of network is that?
That's a 10. So that'll be
What's the mask though?
252.
That's right. It's a 252/30, right? So that means you got how many IP addresses to choose from?
2 usable.
Yep. So you can either be 253 or 254. So that's your choice on which one you want to use. Yeah, you might want to write that one down because you need to use the other one for the other side.
okay. You know, so let me get myself situated. Y'all went super fast on me on that one.
No problem.
I'm gonna write those things down and memorize them by the next class. That's
yeah. So what I do, that's a good tool, Greg. Because what I do is like for the links, I write them down so I know like okay, one side of the link is 253, one side of the link is 254, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the other link too.
Let me see. Do I need to write them on a sheet of paper, or do I need to notate it on packet trace? I'm trying to learn how to put everything on here neat so I can. Like, how do you do it?
Yeah, I put it on a piece of paper. But if you want, I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. If you could type it, if you could put it in the text on Packet Tracer, that's actually a good idea.
All right. Yeah, because I'm trying to like not be going so back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think it's.
I mastered the text thing on Packet Tracer yet. So.
All right. So how I'm gonna do this?
All right. So let's make HQ. Go ahead and make that 10.10.10.254.
And this is my what?
Serial 000.
Okay.
So Kevin, this situation where all you know is the 10.10.10.252, are you pretty much taking wild guesses? Or
well, very good question, because you'd have to look at the other routers to see which one has a interface on that same network to figure out which one you connecting to. But that's a good question.
Well, what about what side would it be? Would it be right on the right side going this way, or on the left side going that way?
That's a good question. So once we figure those out, we'll do that. But how about this? Let's do the loopbacks, because we know those are going to be on there. So let's go ahead and configure the loopback interfaces on the router, because we know that where those are going. So go ahead and do interface loopback 0, 1, and 2.
Interface Where you seen them at? Oh, directly connected to loopback. All right.
Yep.
Interface loopback 0.
Yep.
And I know I configured it last time. I just don't remember the commands by heart.
Yeah, go ahead, enter. And then you just put the IP address. Hit enter again and type in the IP address in the subnet mask.
And that okay, interface loopback. So they gave me I got a 192.168. 168. That
And it's gonna be 4.1.
4.1.
All of them are gonna be dot. All of them are gonna be .1.
You always just use the first usable address.
Either first or last. Yeah.
All right, so that's configured, right?
Mhm.
So I can just go on to the next one and do that one.
Yep.
And that's 5. 192.168.5.1.
Yep.
255.255.255. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot the 0.
All right.
We got one more to go. That's an easy one to remember. I should be able to remember that. What was that? 6. Let's see that. 6.1. 255.255.255.0. All right.
Okay.
Loop
Cool.
back. That's
All
done.
right. All right. So
So that's pretty much a given right there.
yeah. All right. So speaking of given, so let's look at those R routes, right? So look at the first R route. You see where it says it learned it from? It says
192.1.
it learned it from where?
That would be serial 000
And what IP address?
via 10.10.254.
All right. So that's going to be your IP address of your 000, right? Because it says it right there in the router. The router learned it from that IP address on 000. And then look at where it learned 192.168.7.0.
Oh, okay.
So those are your IP addresses of your 000 and your 0001. All right.
So I was looking dead at it and couldn't see it.
Oh yeah. So you just kind of gotta look for the clues. I missed that one before too. I wasn't looking. I remember Saturday I didn't see that, but I see it this time. So yeah. So go ahead and configure your interface 000.
So, Kev, the IP address for serial 000 is 10.10.10.254.
Yep. And like you said, it's a 252 mask.
So the other side would be 253.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying, right, is do it go it doesn't matter does it go to headquarters or do it well how do we decide to put it on the left or the right side?
Okay, so the
It
way
don't
we
matter.
decide that is we have to look at the other two routers and see which one match, right? Because obviously headquarters got two interfaces, right? So one goes to one of the branch routers, another one goes to other branch routers. So we can only assume that one branch router goes to headquarters and the other branch router goes to headquarters. But the only way we can figure out that is by looking at those routers and to see which one of those have IP addresses that match ours, right? So if there's a 10.10.10.254 on our router, then we need to find out which router has the 10.10.10.253. And that will be the one that will match up with us. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why I said when you write it down, you could match it up later.
All right.
All right, so yeah, we'll go ahead and configure this one and then
So
we'll look
did
at
I
the
need?
next route.
So what I need to just take?
Yeah,
That
so just
second.
go ahead. We haven't even configured it. We just configuring. We ain't even connecting up cables yet.
Okay. So I go internet. That is a serial port. Okay.
Yep.
Man, I forgot the command. It's interface. Serial. Did we already do serial? The first serial? No.
Nah, you only did the loop backs. We ain't did the serials yet.
Interface. IP address is 10.10.254. Oh man, I forgot something in there. And it's a
Hey,
slash.
what's up with the up arrow?
Oh yeah. Let me use that. Matter of fact, I was gonna print that out and put it next to me when I start doing more and more of these labs.
Nah, it's a 252 mask.
Oh, it said 250. Which one? Oh, wait a minute.
It's a /30. You see where it says /30?
Oh, okay. So I thought we was looking down here at these interfaces. See what I'm talking about?
Nah, see at the top,
At the top,
very
right on the
top, it
connected.
says /30, right?
Right.
And that was both of them are /30s.
Both of them are /30?
Yeah.
All right. Man.
So let's go back and change the mask to 255, 255, 255, 252.
Yeah, you crossed me up there. I thought we was looking at the RIP ones.
Oh yeah. We ain't configured RIP yet.
All right.
No,
All right.
252.
No,
Oh
I
yeah.
said no
Okay.
IP address.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
IP address 10.10.10.252, which is a /30.
Nah, it's 10.10.254,
Oh, it's all we dealing with that.
and then the subnet mask
Math.
is 255, 255, 252.
255, 252.
Yep.
/30.
All right. Now let's do the same thing with. Yeah, no shut. Good catch. All right, now let's do the 0001 same way.
All right. Oops. 1 IP address 17 172.16. That, oh, 172.16. Zero. Is it dot zero?
No, 100.
Wait a minute. Happy address. I have it keep disappearing.
Yeah, it's 172.16.100.2.
Okay. So then we jump back up there to get the subnet mask,
Yep.
which would be
/30.
72.
Nah, the subnet mask is 255.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to do these subnet calculations as I type, and it's not working.
I hear you.
252. And what's a /30? That's three. That's 3 spaces over from. No, that's 6 spaces over from. I need my chart next to me. I don't have it.
Yeah, it's 255, 255, 255, 252.
Oh, we just did that one.
Yep, same one.
No, man, I gotta get my mind right. Okay.
Hey, that's why we practicing, man.
I know.
All right, do a no shut. All right, cool. So now type exit. So you talked about doing RIP, right? So the thing we need to do is we need to advertise the routes on the router that we have, right? So type END right quick. So hit enter. If you type show IP route connected, it will show you the networks on this router, right? So we need to advertise those networks, all right? And we need to advertise the 2 serial connections that we just brought up. And that way, when the other routers come up with their RIP routes, they will see our routes in their routing table, or our networks in their routing table. All right, so go ahead and type config T. And we're going to go ahead and type, we're going to turn on the RIP routing protocol. So how do you turn on RIP routing?
It was RIP something. Man, I can't remember.
Router RIP.
Router RIP.
Yep.
Router RIP.
And in this case, we're going to use version 2 because we're going to use classless. All right, cool. So for us to advertise these networks, we need to use the network command. So go ahead and type network, and then go ahead and type the first network, which is 192.168.4. And what's the network? 4.0, zero's the network. Space. Do a question mark right quick. Okay. All right. So it doesn't ask you for, you was going to enter the network, the static route. It's not going to, the subnet mask. It doesn't need the subnet mask. So go ahead and hit enter. Now let's go ahead and enter the network for the other 2 loopbacks, which would be 50 and 60. All right, cool. Now what we want to do is we want to advertise the serial connections. So go ahead and type network. And we want to type the network address of the first serial, which is the 10.10.10. And then we want to enter in the network address of that, which would be what?
Man, I'm gonna get my head hurt. Shoot, the network would be what we got, 252.
That's correct, 252.
Man, that was a good guess.
Hit enter. And then we want to enter the network address of the 0001 address interface.
The network of what? 172, right?
172.16.100.0.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, type end.
So the network is basically that's used to advertise.
Right. Yeah.
That
That basically that number symbolizes your entire network address. Like the first, basically say this is the address of your network. It's basically like your street name. All right, cool. So now let's go ahead and scroll down and let's look at task 2 and look at branch 1.
Hey, Kev, we got a question about that. I was under the impression that you're going to put those routes in there, like for everything that says R.
No. RR are routes that the other two routers put in their routing table.
Okay, so that's what they're advertising. We just got you.
Exactly. So this is ones that they told you about.
So if we do a show IP route on the other ones, it's going to show the ones we just put in.
Exactly. Which we're going to demonstrate that in a second, but very good observation. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down and let's look at branch 1.
All right.
On the show IP route, the task step number 2.
Okay.
All right, so you can see there it has its connected routes. As you can see, it only has one serial interface. And what's that IP address?
Let's see, we got one serial interface 000.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be 10.10.10.252.
All right, that look familiar?
That was the serial interface 00 of the headquarters router.
Yep. So that's remember you asked before how do you know which one goes to your 00? That one goes to your 000. All right, now let's look at the other 3 connected routes.
All right, you got 1, 2, and 3 connected. Loop back.
All right.
1, 2, and 3 connected.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and pull up branch 1, and let's go ahead and configure all those connector routes.
Yeah, and probably small, got me a pack of 3. I had 2 packs.
All right, so what we did, do loop back. Do we need to do the loop back first on this one?
If you want, you can do loopbacks first.
All right.
Yes, again.
See, 192, 168, 10.
1.1.
Oh, yeah. It's always, I gotta remember that. All right. So I can
You
go
gotta
ahead
remember
and
to reach. Okay, you learn from repetition. So if you keep doing the up arrow, that's why you make the mistakes. If you keep, all right, okay, Greg. This how
what you
you
mean?
know this how you get the repetition by typing the command over and over again.
Oh, okay. I do it. Yeah, I definitely need that. 1, 2.1. So loop back is the next one up. Wait a minute.
You gotta do the next loop back.
Who's that? What am I doing here? 2.
No, you gotta type loop back number
Oh yeah.
1.
You right. I'm trying to go too fast. Yeah. All right. Loop interface. Loop back 1. That's gonna be loop address 192.168.2.1.
Yep.
255.255.2/24. We're gonna do the next one. All right. And then we have 2 interfaces, or 1 interface.
All right. Yeah, so let's do the serial interface 0000.
Address will be, is it the 10.10.10.252?
10.10.10.253. Yep. 253.
253.
Yep.
How did you get that? You just, that's the next network.
Well, I figured out, like you said, because you use 254 on the other side. Also, if you look under the R routes, you see, if you look under the R routes,
Yeah.
it tells you right there.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not even still blind. Okay, I got you. And what we got? Slash.
And you know the mask, right?
The mask will be /30.
Yep. Nah,
No?
it's 25. It's 255, 255, 255, 252.
That's what I got.
No, you got 252.0.
Oh man. I gotta have that chart in front of me when I do this. 255.255.255/30. Yeah. 252. Nope. I'm trying to erase that. got it.
All right, so let's make this one a DTE. So type clock rate, clock space rate,
You said
space
clock
rate.
rate.
Sorry, clock
Uh,
space rate, space rate, 64,000. Then type enter. Then do no shut.
So the show IP route. Oh, the
No
show IP
shutdown.
route. The show IP route won't tell you that it's a
Right.
DCE nowhere.
Right. So we now what we need to do is add the cable on there. So let's go ahead and add the cable from router for branch 1 to HQ, the DCE cable on that. Yep. So let's start with branch 1. Yep. All right.
Let's go on to serial interface 00.
Yep. All right. Now let's do the same thing. Go from branch 2 to branch 1. I mean, let's go the same thing. Go from branch 2 to HQ. Zero 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 one zero one. Yep. To 01. Yep. All right. Cool. All right. So now let's go back to your CLI. Now do show CDP neighbor. Oh, you gotta type do. Type do show CDP neighbor.
Oh.
You still in config mode. Do, yep, show CDP neighbor. All right, so now you can see HQ, so you know you're good. So now type end, type END.
Oh, it tell you what kind of router it is too, though.
Yep, sure do. All right, hit enter. Show IP route. Okay, so you only see connected routes. You don't see any rip routes now, right?
Right.
All right. How come you're not seeing any rip routes?
Is it it has to be configured on the other routers?
You have to configure it on your router. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and advertise those loopback routes. So go ahead and turn on rip routing on this router.
All right. I got one question though. I need a definition. I know it say it's subnetted, where it say 10.10.0/30 is subnetted. So I'm pretty much got an understanding of what's going on with these, with the directly connect to loopback. But I'm just trying to figure, what do I supposed to think when I see this is subnetted with one subnet?
All right. So what the thing about RIP is that it is a classful routing protocol. So when it sees a 10 dot address, it assumes it's a class A, right? So that's why it shows you 10.0.0. But then when it looks at the actual interface, it sees that you configured it for /30, and that's why it says /30, right? So it assumes it's a 10.10.0, but it sees that you're using a /30 address.
Okay.
So that's why it shows you under connected 10.10.10.252 as the actual network address.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So when you look at the other routing protocols, it'll be different. That's just how RIP works. RIP's old, so it hasn't mastered all the information yet.
Okay. So configure RIP.
So let's turn on.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
let's turn on
network.
Nah, we gotta turn on RIP.
Was it router RIP?
You got it. Yeah,
Router
that's
RIP.
correct. Router RIP. Now let's do version 2.
Version 2. Then go network.
Yep. And let's do all the 192s first.
192.8.
Oh, okay. Network. All right, type end right quick. All right, hit enter. Now type show IP route. All right, you see there are no rip routes yet?
Not yet.
All right. You don't have any adjacencies built, right? Move this over, right? Move this window to the left a little bit. Yeah. The reason why you don't have any rip routes yet, because if you look at the connection between HQ and router and branch 1, that's where you develop your adjacency. So you see that link between HQ and router 1? You haven't advertised that network yet, that 10.10.10.252 network. Until you add that to RIP, you want to develop an adjacency. All right? So let's go back into RIP and add that network.
Do I have to go to, in order to go back? Oh, I have to go router RIP when I go back into RIP?
Yeah, so go router RIP in config mode. Router RIP. Then network, yep. And then 10.10.10.252. All right, hit enter. Now watch what happens. Type end. All right, in a second, you'll see you'll develop an adjacency. Should have by now. Hit enter.
Well,
all right, now type show IP route.
For some reason, headquarters and V2 is not linking.
All right, so see, now you got rip routes, right?
Right.
So you see you learned those
is 1
4.
hour, that's the distance.
Yeah. So you learned those 4 loopback routes that are on router 2, right? So .4, .5, and .6, right? Those are the loopbacks that are on router 2, right?
Oh, okay. Did we name that?
Yeah, those are the
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Yeah. If you look, 192, 168, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, those are ones you added to router 2.
Okay.
So now we need to do the same thing on router 3. So let's go down to step 3. All right, so on step 3, you see you got those all right, so you see you got those 3 connector routes, 4 connector routes, you got 3 loopbacks, and the 1 serial interface.
Right.
Let's go ahead and add those.
And we added a network. No, we added a network, so we going in the router.
Nah, we adding the interfaces.
We adding in. Oh, we haven't configured this yet.
Nope.
All right. So we're doing the loop backs first.
Yeah, we can do that.
The address is oh, okay, yeah, I remember doing this now. 255.255. We got two slash no, it's wait a minute. Which one are we using? Is /8?
Nah, it's /24.
Oh, okay. I still ain't grasped that all the way yet. All right. So that one's done. That one's done. Loop. One. Let's loop back. All right, loop back, John. We got one serial interface.
All right. And let's add the clock rate to that one too.
Interface. Zero/1 IP address that is what we connect with 172.16.252. No. Zero.
No, it's 172.16.100.1.
Oh, going back. I gotta remember how to do this. Then we gonna get that subnet mask on.
Yep.
30. 252, right?
Yep.
That's kind of tricky there, boy. You gotta remember that.
Oh yeah, it come with repetition. All right, type clock space rate 64,000.
Oh. And we're up and running.
All right, cool. Now we're gonna try something. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Hit enter. Go ahead, type router rip. And go ahead, version 2. And let's just do the network for the serial interface. So just type network 172.16.100.0.
Got 0.
Yep. Enter. All right. Now bring up. Okay. Now bring up branch 1 CLI and put it next to branch 2. All right. So do. All right. So all right. So go type end on branch 2 and do a show IP route. All right, space bar. All right, now you see you learned all the networks 1 through 6, right? So all the loopbacks 1 through 6 you learned, right? But if you go to branch 1 and type show IP route, he don't know about 7, 8, 9, which is on your router. Go and type show IP route. All right, so he only know about the loopbacks that are on router 2. He don't know nothing about the loopbacks on your router. All right, go ahead and go into router rip on router 2 on branch 2. All right, now go ahead and type router rip. Now type network for that 172. No, okay, yeah, 172.16. 172, 168. I'm sorry, 192. 192. Sorry. Let's do first loopback 0. 192, 168. 7.0. All right, now go to branch 1 and type show IP route. You see it's there now, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. All right, now do number 8. Do 172, 168, 8.0.
Oh, so what you're saying is basically you need to add a network.
Yep.
So the other router can see it.
Yeah, as soon as you advertise it, it's like as soon as you tell him about it, he learned about it. Now go do show IP route again and see what happens. All right.
Okay.
So if you don't tell them, if you don't tell them about 9.0, you don't know nothing about 9.0, right?
Right.
That's how routing works. All right. So cool. All right. So yeah, you go ahead and do 9.0 and you done with the lab, man.
Okay. Yeah, I would have never figured that out.
Yeah. So basically you did it, like I said before, you was building the network from the config. This way you taking the reverse approach.
Yeah, this way is better because you actually got to read this router stuff. And now I kind of
this way is harder because the other way tells you exactly what to do. This way you got to reverse figure it out. So it's a lot harder.
Right. But at least you'll learn that directly connected stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And this is the tools you use when you troubleshoot a network to try to figure out when routing ain't working.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. Hey, Jay, anything you want to take a look at?
They gone.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm good. This right here kind of helped me out a lot.
All right, cool. So yeah, this is exactly like when we went over it on Saturday. This is what I want y'all to do to just, run through it and then be able to rebuild it. So yeah, this is perfect exercise. So how comfortable are you feeling with Packet Tracer now, Jay?
I'm good with it.
Okay, cool.
Good package.
So I just want to make sure everybody comfortable with it. So, when you guys ain't in the group, y'all can have at it or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, what I
Okay,
figured
cool.
out I was gonna do, I just put me about 10 routers on the page and just start going through each one of them configuring, but that's easy now. I think I'm pretty much getting that. But that's how
Okay.
I'm trying to get up in the morning and practice before I get the ripping and running.
All right. That sounds good. Hey, were you able to come up with all the labs or whatever? You said you're trying to get all the labs together.
I think I gotta find out which lab was for 1 and 2 so I can have it. I got all the chapters separated, and I just need to find which lab was 1 and which lab was 2.
All right. I'm trying to remember. If you can't figure it out, email me. Just email me question. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I think I got a little lab thing anyway. It's an old one, but it's basically a lab manual. So it has these labs and a whole bunch of others. So I can send you that too if you need it.
Okay. Yeah.
How you doing for labs, Jay? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just
Okay.
I'm just practicing. Like today, I was at the library and I did the one we did in class, the one that I was having problems with. I just redid the library, so I'm good on that.
All right, cool. Glad you was able to work through it. I know TJ ripping and running and working. TJ, you there?
Yeah, that's what Eshell said. Eshell said she had to take her daughter somewhere, teach a parent conference.
Oh, Eshell. Oh, she hit you up. All right, cool. So,
I talked to Quita. She said she had to work.
yeah. She texted me, said she had to work. She was in Macon or something. And TJ, he on the line, but he in El Paso, Texas, working. So
They doing it big.
yeah. So, anything else you guys want to go over, or y'all got any questions about anything?
Man, that about do it. I gotta go back over this.
All right, so like I said, the email, since we got the Python thing coming up, I'm probably just gonna, just add a session on so we can come back and do the switching after we get done with Python and stuff. So and go from there. But what I want to do is, if you guys don't have the whatever the testing software, get with y'all individually and run y'all through that at least once so y'all can get a feeling for what the test is like. And also, you can also run through the test and get an idea of where your strengths and weaknesses are.
Cause I did start them questions. I started doing them questions and I got stumped, especially when them questions. Well, I think this exercise helped me a little bit because some of them networks be on those questions, and when I see them type of questions, I just panic. You know what I'm saying? But I think I just need to practice. I think I really need to do a lot of those problems.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, especially with the question when soon as they say you got to look at this network and you got network here, network, you got, you know what I'm saying, on each side of the router. Then you got to figure out what we just did, the subnet and the subnet.
Right.
Yeah, and just like you see here, it's kind of tricky. So you can bring out some of them. That would be excellent.
All right. Yeah, we could do that. You're doing real good, Greg. Appreciate your hard work, man.
Oh man, I'm kind of getting I'm getting the groove now. I'm getting in my groove now, man.
Sound like it.
Once I get my groove going, it's gonna be on then.
Well, all right, fellas. I'm glad y'all was able to join, and y'all pass what y'all learned on to y'all teammates, man.
Will do.
All right, Jay.
Man. We need that help, man.
Oh, my pleasure. Jay, Greg, y'all take it easy.
All right, no, I'll take it easy. No.
All right, bye.